Welcome to the Halloween special here at Jedburgh Jail. As you can see, this magnificent, beautiful building behind us not only contains echoes of history, but it has cell blocks, it has jails, it has everything that each and every one of you want to see me get locked inside. Yes, in tonight's episode, my friends, I'm going to be locked in for an hour in one of the most notorious cell blocks known to man. Each and every one of you, ask yourself the question, what would you feel if you had your liberties struck away from you? If you are contained within these very walls, this magnificent defensive structure, you are locked inside with no hope, little despair. Well, I'll tell you what you would feel. You would feel lost, helpless, hopeless in some cases. And a lot of the prisoners in here, think of the judicial system that we have right now, if I get my words out properly, sometimes it can go wrong. What's to say some of these prisoners were left incarcerated through no fault of their own? What if they were just somebody that wasn't liked? Ask yourself the question now, how would you feel if you had been isolated, confined to these very walls for the eternity of your life, knowing that you would never see the outside world once again? And on cue, we are already getting banging. My friends, we're going to have a little walk around this location now, and I'd love it if you love the spirit world and you love all things paranormal, subscribe to the channel, smash that notification bell, and also hit the like button, because my friends, it's about to get real. My name is Jordan Coburn, and I am a psychic medium. From the age of 6-year-old, I have always seen spirit, and now, with the aid of technology, I am on a quest to bring the spirit world to each and every one of you. You all know the carriage has just shook.
Can you spin it once if you don't want to be on camera? Wow, awesome.
Welcome to Soul Seekers. Jedburgh Jail was built in 1823 and once considered a model of justice and reform. Its primary design followed this separate system, keeping prisoners isolated in silence, each cell a world of its own. Men, women, and even children were held here, many for minor crimes and some for murder. The conditions were harsh, disease was common, and despair often led to death. Though the prison closed in 1886, its echoes never stopped. Visitors report hearing footsteps pacing the empty corridors, voices calling from the deserted cells, and the unmistakable sound of heavy doors slamming shut long after the last key was turned. For nearly 2 centuries, Jedburgh Jail has stood as both a monument to justice and a reminder that some sentences never truly end.
Jail cat, it used to come in for years and years and years. It would sit in front of my desk waiting on the exit door opening. As soon as it opened, it would run up the stairs into Catherine's cell and lie on her bed. One day there was a couple of visitors taking photos of the cat that they thought was a stuffed cat, and it moved, and all I heard was everyone screaming and running out the cell block.
Why don't we have a little bit of a walk around this labyrinth? And I mean, it's a maze, like seriously, I mean, it's everything that you could come to expect in a jail and more. Let's head down into the jailer's house. So in this location, what you would have had is, you would have had the jailer, who would have been responsible for the day-to-day running of the facility. And there was many different jailers, and as you can see here, they even lived here, normal lives, 6 children. Could you imagine if you were a child being brought up in this place? I mean, it's a bit grim if I'm honest. I'm not like casting stones or anything, but when you take a look at this and you see the entirety of it, you see the magnitude of who was here, what they must have been going through. We've got the bridal walks, we've got the bell tower, which you're going to see. You've got the mixed prisoner cell block. Could you imagine what they would be like in this day and age? Never mind how it was back then. And the male prisoner cell block. This is where we have had documented reports and cases of doors slamming on members of the public's fingers, bringing in a complete standstill to investigations, to the point where they had to just say, no, you can't go into that place. However, tonight we have unprecedented access. We are going to be getting locked. Well, yes, because you are coming along on the journey. And in this area, you're going to see lots of different artifacts. You're going to see lots of different memorabilia of the day and age. And behind you, what you're going to see is where the children would have first been intaked. They would have been made sure that they were fit for prison life. They would have had the haircut, they would have been given clothing to wear. I've got to say, like, this place is just so sad. It really is. You can feel the dread. I mean, look at the poor little children's faces. I know these are drones, right? But you put yourself in a position of being a child, being helpless to the world. You know, you're looking at adults, you're looking for guidance from the world, and then you are catapulted into the turmoil of a prison network, a prison system. They weren't known for their ethical practices. Sorry, everyone, I just had a heart attack there. They weren't known for the ethical practices. Sometimes, you know, it was cutting edge for the day and age, for the time. So they would have used means and ways to punish prisoners to which they felt fit. However, remember, sometimes prisoners may have not been guilty. As we said at the beginning of this video, I want you to all keep an open mind. A lot of the prisoners who are, you know, incarcerated here, we don't have records of the names. A lot of it has just been gone with history. What we're going to do now is we're going to go on a tour through the cell blocks. Please remember that what you are about to see has been set up for Halloween. It isn't there to intentionally put you or lower you into a false sense of security. Unfortunately, there is going to be jump scares at certain points. I've been through here a few times and I keep forgetting. In this cell block, okay, you would have had multiple different people who would have spent time. As you can see, there's your first jump scare, ladies and gents. But if you can use psychometry, well, yeah. You've got to see that. You've got to see that. That was terrifying. You've got to see that was terrifying. That's what I looked at. Like that face, like honestly, a lot of you may think that was put on, but that was genuine fear. Mankind do lots of horrible things to scare. So on multiple occasions, what's happened is we've actually had documented cases of these doors slamming on their own accord. Can you imagine the magnitude of energy that's got to be caused to move something of this size in nature? Once you are locked in here, there is no escape. There is no getting away from the fact that you are now confined to these very four walls. It's a beautiful echo in there. But I wouldn't like the echo if I was kept in here, put it that way. But yes, really interesting the fact that these doors can slam. No. It would be awesome if you could let me know down in the comment section what you feel in this block. Use the ability of psychometry. Feel what you can sense. Let me know down in the comment section what you think was here. I'm not going to tell you what was here, but let me know. This is cell block number 1. We'll call it cell block 1 for the purposes of this video. Let me know what was here. So there's a stigma attached to these sorts of locations, isn't there? There's always fear associated to them. And I mean, when you look at it from the outside, you can see why people would feel anxiety, would get nervous. A lot of people will feel things, manifesting it through the wants, needs and desires of not understanding what energy is here to do. But this, it goes without saying, each level you go up, it becomes, and it's not because I'm unfit, every level you come up, the energy starts to take your breath, it starts to get a lot more dense. So almost when you're a psychic like myself, you're kind of cutting through the energy. Now this is just like absolutely unreal up here now. The energy's changed from when we were here earlier. Well, and everyone, you've heard the story of Catherine, and it's very sad to say the least. Unfortunately, Catherine was incarcerated due to stealing potatoes. I know, have you looked in the world, in the day and age that we are living in, people are stealing left, right and centre, nothing happens. Now, unfortunately, Catherine was imprisoned in this very cell behind us. And it's known through the stories that have been shared from the staff that Catherine not only liked cats, but cats such as appearing from nowhere, ladies and gentlemen, stray cats wandering straight up to Catherine's room. And I've just heard her saying hello there on the side. I hope you've caught something there because I've just said hello. This is an eerie place to say the least. And what I thought we would do before I get locked in to cell 18, which is out of bounds for everyone, I thought, why don't we come and see if we can let Catherine have her say? See if we can capture, see if we can say sorry for what she endured. it's worth knowing as well, the videographer who's been following us around has been emotionally affected from this floor. Doesn't want to come back up here. Same with the cell block 15, won't even look into the cell blocks. And I think it becomes very apparent very quick how real the energy is here. I've been to many different locations, many different places. I've got their own stories, but this is the first place I've come to somewhere where I've been like, it's layer upon layer upon layer of anguish, mental pain, suffering. You've got minute pieces of happiness, which I would imagine is probably from the gods and from people of that sort of nature, because prisoners aren't going to be happy in here, are they? Have you seen what they had to live through? I mean, have you seen some of the cells? I mean, let's just have a little look for those of you who haven't seen. How imposing is that? Can you imagine being walked through these cells, the sounds of scream and the sounds of cry and all of these different things? And I think one of the best forms of communication in this case is we're going to do an EVP, an electronic voice phenomenon, where we are going to capture those sounds as they are being spoken with real tone from the spirit world. And we're going to use my little baby portal. Spirit box, for those of you who want to build your own portal, you can see the video. It's in the Halloween series where you can see what to do. And there's also a video of how to make your own. Why don't we get the portal away and let it do its thing? What we are going to do now is we are going to try to use our electronic equipment to contact Catherine. And let's just see if we can get something before we go over into the cell blocks. It's worth knowing as well, we're going to be recording this on an EVP. So anything that we do miss should be captured when I find out how to switch it on again. These new devices, man, honestly. Let's get this switched on, ready to rock and roll. Hold it down, 1, 2, 3. And let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this party started. Catherine, could you come to the device, please? Please come and talk. Tingling on the left hand, starting. Oh. Is that you? Can you speak? I can hear. I'm your friend. I'm sorry for what happened. Your story's true. Do you like this device? Energy's ramping up. Oh. I'd like you to shout, please. Right, thank you. Well then everyone, we have now been locked, confined within the very cell block that members of the public have been barred from. This is the most notorious floor of the entire jail system. To the very, very end of the corridor, where we are now going to go and sit, and we are going to politely work alongside of the energy and respectfully work alongside of the energy. We are going to, oh my God, my voice is like, it's choking up. Like, we've had documented reports of physical attacks on mankind. we've had individuals who've been pushed, we've had individuals who have had their fingers trapped indoors. And I would like to think that the spirit world and the realms know that I come here tonight just to show each and every one of you the evidence and the proof that there is a such thing as a spirit world. We've got REM pods, we've got spirit boxes, we've got different forms of ITC. Remember to let me know if you're watching this on the live stream. Let me know if there's something that I don't miss. That's the purpose of doing this. Why don't we go and find a little place to sit? This is a beautiful. Right. What I'm going to do, so this, I mean, these cells are literally, I'm being pulled into the cells. This is the most notorious cell of the entire jail complex. Yeah, I'm sorry everyone. I know the camera isn't exactly great. What we're going to do is we're going to just say just a nice little polite welcome. Let them know what we're here to do. Explain to Spirit why we're here. This door has slammed before. Would be absolutely awesome if you could do that again for the YouTube audience. Remember teaching every one of you, right? Something is just pulled back of my top. Sorry, didn't mean to swear. I did not mean to freak out there. You got me attention. Sorry everyone, I think I might have sworn camera there. That was not intended. Right. It's very rare you'll hear me swear at any point, but you did catch us off guard there. Remember, you don't need to fear the spirit world or the realms. You have to protect from poor understandings and bad teachings. I say that all of the time. But unfortunately, when you come into locations like this, irrespective to your thoughts, views and opinions, guess what, my friends? Sometimes, just sometimes, you get scared. A little bit. Just a little bit. Right. Why don't we set this up? Well, in fact, you know what it is? Why don't we get this outside of here? What we need to do is, I'm trying to position the camera in such a way that we're all going to see what's happening. And unfortunately for yourselves, that's better. There's the cell door. So that cell door has been slammed before. People have seen it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask Spirit to slam the door, please. I'm going to go and get the spirit portal, everyone. Now, it's worth knowing, right, like the energies that are building up from us being here, getting set up, is absolutely unreal. Let's get this set up. Whoa, yeah. As you can see, my anxiety has gone through the roof. Now, you've got to remember, right? I'm in complete darkness here. Complete darkness. Yes, I've got a tiny little light there that is for YouTube, so you can see it on the live stream. Other than that, I'm in a cell block that is complete darkness, which is known for attacks, which is known for all of these different things. That bloody door has slammed before. So what I would like to do is to call upon the spirit world and realms, and we are going to work with them. We are going to ask them to come forward, and I've just seen something moving on the camera. That was a bit disturbing. Let's get the paranormal equipment out. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with a spirit box. Start off nice and easy, nice and slow. And let's just say a nice little warm welcome. Remember to smash a like, everyone. Place your intent. If you love the spirit world like I do, let them know by smashing that like button. Let's get this on. I call upon the spirit world and the realms Wow. Awesome. We're getting interference with all of my electronics. Listen, you see that? That was awesome. Can you please come through this device? Thank you for allowing me into this room, and thank you for allowing our community here at Help Heal Serve to be part of your energy. Can you say your name? We're starting to get something coming through. I'm going to slow down the sweep rate. Can you shout my name through this equipment? We're going to now start recording also using electronic voice recorder, catching EVPs essentially. Please come and speak into this device. The energy. I'm starting to go dizzy. Feel it around the legs. Are you affecting my energy? We're going to bring out a tri-field meter, try and see if we can document some of them spikes. Everything is going off now, and I'm starting to feel rage, I'm starting to feel charged. That is amazing, thank you. We're also getting temperature fluctuations. Amazing. That's what I've come for. Honestly, unreal. Each and every one of you should have seen there. Everything of my equipment started going off at once, and I just feel, ugh. Can you tell me your name? Watch this device. Can you come towards it? Can you make it spike again? Please. Pretty please. I'm sorry if I got a little bit loud there. I'm just getting excited. I'm like a kid in a candy shop. I just need you to, I need you to go up. Can you make it go to 7 milligauss? I know you can do that. Take my energy. We're getting temperature changes. We've got equipment going off that we haven't even set up in the bag. I need you to do something different. Please don't use any other equipment apart from this in my hand. This electromagnetic detector is going to detect disturbances within the electromagnetic field. What we are now looking for are fluctuations that are going to be measurable. If it goes up, which is what I'm hoping we're going to see. It went up to 0.7. I need you to go up again, please. Can you go to 1? Go to 1. Anyway. 7 again, 1.4 milligauss spike. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are seeing here is first-hand paranormal evidence where the spirit world are working with us. Remember, you shouldn't scare them. They're not here to harm you. They want to work with you, each and every one of you. Right, let's come away from this now.
Let's go back over to get some more evidence using the spirit portal. We are going to simply allow the spirit world to use our energy to communicate with us through this device. We have no fear. We know that you mean us no harm. Please communicate with us now in this moment. Veni ad minuk, modo spiritium et regina. Use all of the energy. I feel energy coming up my legs. What's your name? Going to swap over to a different frequency. The energy in this room is not only changing, like I keep seeing shadows and everything. It's awesome. Did you hear that bang there? Well done. By the way, that was a bang through the audio equipment. That wasn't in the materialistic. That wasn't that of presence. It was literally that caused a bang through this device. It's never happened. It hasn't happened. Thank you. See if we can speed it up a bit. For some reason now, can the realms come forward and work with me and prove of the afterlife? Thank you, my friends. Get communication. Yes, do you hear that? They're here. Do you like me being here? I'm sorry for the condition of the walls. I mean, I bet you you're not happy about people writing on your walls. Is that what got you angry? Is that why you slammed the door? Did you slam the door intentionally to harm someone, or was it accidental? Accidental, did you just hear that? Can you slam the door for me? I probably will be a little bit scared, mine, but I mean, to be honest with you, I'm asking for it. So, like, if you chose to do it, I wouldn't be offended. I might scream a little bit and would probably all have a little bit of a giggle. But it would be awesome for evidence if you could slam that heavy door. That door that's once been slammed before by your energy. What was it that caused you to even want to manifest slamming that door? Were they being senseless towards the spirit world? Were they saying nasty comments and hateful statements? Because I've heard this before. I'm not saying that they did, but I've heard people talking in bad faith about the spirit world, and I'm very passionate about helping each and every one of you by bringing forward evidence and helping each and every one of mankind to understand that they do not need to fear you. So I've just had a vision. I've just had a vision of somebody walking in the room and sitting down with me. And now my right hand is tingling on the side where I've just seen it. That is absolutely unreal. Thank you for that. Can you manifest in a way that the people on camera can actually see it? Can I document this change? Sorry, I've just dropped the recording device, so if you'll be watching, you might have heard a loud bang there. Let's see if we can document this change within the room. Wow, well done, well done. I've just been telling you where I felt, can't get my words out, absolutely unreal. I've just been telling you where I felt the energy on my right hand side. Guess where this device has just went mental? Ladies and gentlemen, this can't be made up. You cannot manifest or make this happen. You've just seen evidence. How else would I have known that that was going to go off there? There's literally nothing in this area that will make it go off. I do have electronic equipment, but it would be interfering with it now if it was that, is the point I'm trying to make. Thank you. That was absolutely awesome. Can you do that again, please? Thank you for allowing me to see you. Do you know what it is, right? I'm going to be completely honest with each and every one of you, right? This is one of the most feared rooms. It's locked off to the public for good reasons. You know, there's been accidents, but what you've got to understand is when you have the right attitude with the spirit world, when you come in, there we go, again, equipment going off on command when I'm trying to explain something. Like, the spirit worlds aren't here to be a spectacle. They don't want you to come and to prod at them and to laugh at them and to call them horrible, hateful words, to their legacy to be tarnished. Listen, there would have been a lot of people that were incarcerated here that didn't deserve it. Yes, there would have been a lot of people who did deserve it, but now they're in spirit. You don't pay the price for it in the spirit world. You pay the price for everything that you do in the materialistic world. And that's why it's important when you come to locations like this to not just come here with a preconceived notion of what it was like for the spirit world, why they done what they did. Whilst a lot of it we can't excuse and we can't dismiss, don't come on to paranormal investigations and have that in your mind that this is the most. That's why I made a beeline to come into this room. And I've got to be honest with you, I've been in many different locations and I've never felt more comfortable. And a lot of you might say that's because you're being tricked. It's not because I'm being tricked. It's because I've got a good attitude. It's because I want to work with spirit. I'm not here to pick on spirit. I'm not here to call spirit names. I love doing what I do. I love working with them. And if each and every one of you could just have a glimpse into the worlds of spirit that I've seen, you would see why there is nothing to fear. That was almost like a poetic speech. Got all my equipment going off. Did you like that speech? So a lot of the noises that we've been hearing, what I'm going to do now, right, we're going to set up a REM pod. I'm going to put it at the door. Now what's going to happen is, if I can set it up properly, 2 seconds everyone. Let's just make sure we've got this on camera. What's going to happen is, that REM pod is going to detect disturbances. And what we want to do now is we are going to use that to our advantage. We are going to simply ask the spirit worlds to step towards it. Can you please step towards the device I've placed on the floor? Thank you for participating. All I need you to do is just walk through the door as you did before. Don't be shy. This is your room. I haven't come to take it. I've just come to work with you. Can you manifest as an orb? Can you show what you look like? Can you do anything at all? I've come a long way just to spend some time with you. It would be much appreciated if you could show us something. Getting like weird noises come through there. Remember to smash that like, everyone. Smash that like. What should they do? What should they do? So it's so strange, right? Out the corner of my peripheral, I'm keep being drawn. And I've just seen like what can only be described is a shadow behind the door. But the doors, I'm looking at the door, so there's nothing that could be behind. But the peephole, what people would have looked out of, is where I've seen somebody looking at me. And when you think about it, right, when you think about what each and every one of you are doing now, you are all effectively prison governors. You are all watching this, scrutinising me in this room. That's how the prisoners would have felt. That's how the prison wardens would have looked upon the prisoners whilst they were in the cell, as you are looking on me now. So you can kind of share that sort of empathy for them in that respect of how they must have lived their lives. Irrespective to what they've done, I'm not condoning what they've done. I'm not saying that it's good what they've done, but what I'm saying is it's giving you a glimpse into their world in a different way, because this is all they would have had. They would have been spectated on, they would have been watched. Don't forget, like I said at the beginning of this video, and I've said it many, many times, when I come to these places, right, it's not only to talk about the spirit world and to raise awareness for them, but it's to let people know about the histories, to share some of the, you know, a lot of the time people want to forget what we've been through to get to where we are now, and it should be remembered. Places like this need to be embraced, because it's how we've gotten to where we are now with the judicial system. That's a hard word to say, that, isn't it? Temperature gauge is going off. That was like a growl. That was awesome. Thank you. I'm not going to lie, I'm quite disappointed because you haven't activated the device in the door. And I know you can do that. So I'm starting to think now maybe you're just being shy, and you think that Geordie from Newcastle deserves me not walking through his device. And I think we both know it's more than fair for you to walk through it. I'm going to just have a little check on the computer. Sorry, everyone. Come on, come on, come on, let's raise that energy. So now what's going to happen, we've added another depth, another layer to this little bit of a mystery that we have going on. We've now set up the REM pod in the doorway, and we've now got a laser grid array which is going to show each and every one of you if the spirit world come into contact, it's going to activate, it's going to trigger a motion device, which is then going to alert us. However, not only that, we have the laser grid array, which is going to allow us to see the shadow forming as it moves through the lights. It's actually really awesome, to be fair. That's so annoying, I do apologise. Did you hear that there? Can you say that again, please? Thank you, friend. Come on, I know you want to talk. What I'm going to do now, I would not recommend any one of you to do this. Please understand, it's not because you're not capable of doing it. It's just if you don't have the right understanding, it can get very scary very quick. I am now going to allow the spirit world to enter my body, to speak, to communicate, to do whatever they want. They might enter my body and they might start screaming. They might enter my body and they might start singing. They might enter my body and just not do anything. But I think because we've got the trust of the spirit world here, because we aren't scared of what the spirit world are, we have a good understanding, I think it's only fair that we give them the ability to effectively take over my body. And a lot of you are like, oh, remember, we don't scare the spirit world. We're not scared of the spirit world. We're working with the spirit world. So by giving them a chance to speak, it's awesome. I will say though, sometimes, oh, they like the idea of that. They like the idea of that. Are you ready? That was me. You have access to my body for this exercise. Allow me to see through your eyes. I welcome the spirit world and the realms to work with me in this exercise. Vini adminu modo spiritium et regina. Come to me, spirit world. No, 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 I'm back, I'm back. Oh, bloody hell. That was intense. I feel... Oh, wow, that was intense. So to give every one of you context for what's just happened there, that's called channeling. To be honest with you, I kind of black out during channeling. I remember feeling something cold on my hand, and that's when I realised, right, I need to kind of get a rein of whatever's happening here. Now, that's not in a scary way, don't think that the spirit, but you heard me allowing the spirit world, and for those of you who think I'm stupid for doing it, well, your thoughts are your own opinions based on your own logic. I work with the spirit world closely, and as part of that evidence there, I felt trapped, I felt suffering, I felt pain, I felt also remorse. That was intense. Honestly, that was unreal. Thank you for allowing me to feel you. Thank you for allowing me to sense what you were going through. The sense of isolation, not having anywhere to turn. For what was, I was probably only channeling there for a couple of minutes, and honestly, it felt like I was doing it for hours. I'm still having like a weird throat sensation, which is weird. It's like kind of choking up. Spirit are now not in my body. They're not controlling us like a puppet. This is Jordan you're speaking to. But that was absolutely intense. That was mental. That, let's come over to the, see if what's going on over here. Right. Right. Okay, so why don't we now, let's take this out into the corridor. Wow. Spirit, I don't think Spirit wanted to leave here. Our equipment's now going off when I've said we're going in the corridor. Do you not want me to leave? It's just went off. It wants me to stay. The energy wants me to stay. You want me to stay, don't you? I'll stay on one condition, and that condition is you must slam this door. Please, pretty please. Honestly, like seriously, you would make me, yeah. I just need you to use a little bit of energy and slammy. Slam, slam, slammaroo. Just slam it into me equipment. Well, not the equipment. We don't want the equipment broken, do we? I mean, look at... I know you can slam that door, right? I'm starting to get like kind of anxious and aggressive at the same time. I don't mean to, so please don't think that I'm trying to aim this towards you, but I can feel your energy. And as you're merging with my energy, you know, I just want to slam that door for you, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I've just realised what's happening here. You're trying to get me to slam that door. That's not how this is going to work. I'm not slamming that door for you. Why don't we see if we can get the door on camera? Just because if it does slam, right, I need this footage. I need it. I mean, look at the size of that door, man. That's just ridiculous. How on earth could you slam that door? Now, that was me. That's debunked. That was me. What we're going to do now... So I'm getting the name Fred. Fred, can you come towards this device? Can you talk into this device in my hand? I need you to come and speak, mate. Equipment going off again. Come and speaky weaky. Come and sit with your friend Joe. How are you? I know you're going off, but I don't want you to do that. You need to do something else. Right, stop it, because you're making me you're starting to make me get frustrated, right? And I don't get frustrated. I know I'm feeling your energy. I know, I can feel it. You keep setting me equipment off. It's not even meant to be going off. Stop it. Can you growl? Can you hiss? Can you slam the door? Just do something. Thank you for channeling through us before. It was absolutely awesome. I can still feel, it's weird, right? Because when you channel, right, to a lot of you who've never channeled before, it's hard to describe, but you're effectively wearing the person's emotions, the person's energies. And that's why sometimes when you channel energy, it can become quite intense. You've got one last opportunity, because I'm going to have to go. I've really enjoyed being here. I am going to be coming back here. We'll be coming back here with the tours. And I'm starting to lose my breath. I will come back and see you again, I promise. I'll come back and see all of you in this block. I'll come and sit and chill with you. Next time I'll bring even more people. And friends, I'd like you to all come out of yourselves. Come and join me for this one last showdown. We'll get some equipment. We are all friends here. I mean you no harm. I know I might sound a little bit annoying, and I'm a little bit needy. But with good reason. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well then, that's a wrap. What can I say? Like, this video has been an absolute mixed bag. Like, the evidence, the spirit world, the activity, everything just put into one little barrel. The spirit world and the realms here are just so welcoming. Honestly, we've been led from place to place. It's been amazing. The evidence that we've gotten, the intelligence responses, the channeling that I've done was amazing. It was mental. But, you know, this isn't the end. We will be revisiting here with groups. And also, don't forget, we are going to have many more paranormal videos. So if you like this one, be sure to check out the videos pinned at the top left and right. Like the content and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out any future videos. Till the next time, bye-bye for now.